Now you are working on Spring MVC and Spring Boot and microservices, all right?
Yes,
Which version you are looking on? Java version?
Java 17.
Java 17 working on.
Hmm.
Okay. What is the difference, major difference Java 8 and Java 17 pages?
So normally we will only use streams, but not involved directly like features of Java 17. So I work with streams and functional interfaces
Mhm.
and
No, I have worked on Java 1.8. Then you should know the future of that.
yeah, I have worked with Java 1.8. So, but in project we have added Java 17, but don't know what are the differences.
Mhm. Okay. No, no, I'm asking you started directly 17 or Java 8 also? 8, 9.
Eight, mostly eight.
Okay. What are the feature we have in Java 1.8?
So Java 1.8 in we added functional interfaces to bring the effects of functional programming in Java, and
Mhm.
we had added various date APIs and some JavaScript enhancement using Notron, and
Okay.
so it also added pre-built functional interfaces like predicate functions, by function, supplier, consumer, like those to help Streams API.
Why should we use the predicate?
Predicate is used for testing anything. So suppose we have a method like filter in Streams API. So we can use predicate to filter that stream based on some conditions. So it has one method and it is like test. Method name is test.
Which test? What test we are doing?
Boolean test. The return type is like public Boolean uh, test.
Okay. What is the functional interface?
So an interface which has only single abstract method is called as functional interface.
That's it.
Hmm.
How many methods we can provide in this functional interface?
So it can have a single abstract method, but it can have different default method and static methods. Any number of default and static methods.
Why should we use the default method?
So suppose we have implemented so earlier before Java 8, we had some interface, and now we want to convert it to functional interface, but we don't want to break the previous functionality. Then we can use those default and static methods to keep the previous functionality and what that we can make one abstract method.
How can I call default method? If I declare the default method inside the interface, how can I call that?
So using interface name, we have to call like suppose if we have implemented that default method in subclass, then we can call like if we want to call super class, then interface name dot super dot default method name or interface method.
Okay. Now there is a my in functional interface is the A. Okay. My abstract method is the ABC. It is my function, one of the abstract method, and method B is the default method. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm current implementation class. I have current implement. How can I call default method? On which base we can call it?
So interface name was A, right?
Ah, yes.
So A dot super dot ABC.
A dot super dot.
ABC, that method name.
So can I get the details of ABC?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
So you want to call interface, right? Interface method.
No, no. I want call a default method which is inside in interface.
Yeah.
When should we call static methods?
So static methods directly we can call like interface name dot method name.
Can I create the object for the interface?
No.
Right. Why should not create a object for the interface?
I mean, we can create a reference, but that on the right side it will be the implementation of the interface.
What is the lambda expression?
So lambda expression. So when we override the abstract method, then we can use that lambda expression for that.
What is the difference between abstract class and interface?
So interface is like 100% abstract method. So all the methods should be abstract methods inside an interface, but we can have uh, concrete method as well as abstract method in abstract class.
I can create concrete method inside interface also, right? What is the default method?
Yeah, so after Java 8, we can create those things.
So can I create the object from the abstract class?
No,
But you created a concrete method inside abstract class, right? How can I call that?
so any class extending the abstract class will have to implement all the abstract methods. So using that, we can call that one for the using object of that extending class.
But I have a concrete method inside abstract class. Okay. What is the overriding?
So overriding is like when the method signature, two methods are there and their signature are different, then we can call them as method overriding.
Okay. In abstract class, I declared one method, method A. I am passing two different signatures like integer and integer one. Okay, these are my parameters where return type is integer. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm invoking this method into the derived class where the class B equal extend to the class A. Now I'm overridden into my current class. Now I'm changing the return type integer to string.
Okay.
Method name is same parameters, but my return type has been changed. What will happen? Can I repeat over again? You want?
I got it. So you are not changing the method name, you are not changing the parameter, anything in
Right.
parameter. You're just changing
Right.
the return type from integer to string.
Yes.
So this is not overriding, this is overloading.
What is the overloading?
So it's basically like a totally different method
Totally different methods mean,
with the same, the name can be same, but it does not need to, so it's not involved in inheritance.
but I invoked only one method, right? from the parent class to derived class. Only one method I invoke from the abstract class. But only I've been changed in return type. That's it.
So it's not you are not overriding it. It's totally different method. So to override, we need to change the parameters uh,
Okay.
also.
Tell me overloading one example.
So overloading is like mm, so we have like integer and sum and the parameters like a integer a comma b, and
Mhm.
we have totally different method string string
Totally
sum.
different method mean.
So overloading the methods are basically the working is like they act as a different method totally. They are not uh, like they are not inheriting anything. So there are no rules like for return type or exceptions applicable to overloading.
So you are saying about the methods are different and signatures are different. It's a overloading.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes.
Mhm. What is the stream?
So in Java 8, they have added streams to bring the effects of functional programming in Java. So a stream is we can call dot stream method to create a stream. It has three different parts. First is like pipeline. Second is intermediate method, and then third is termination method. So we can call any number of intermediate methods on a stream to perform operations like filter, reduce, etc. But terminal operation and that creation of pipeline can be done only once. So terminal operation example is like collect.
What is the difference between map and flat map?
So a flat map is used when you have maps, a list of lists. So to flatten that. So suppose you have not you don't have single dimensional list, you have multi-dimensional, and you want to convert that multi-dimensional list to a single dimension list, then you can use flat map.
What is a singleton class?
So singleton class is it's a design pattern where only one instance of a particular object is created. So it is done by uh, uh, providing them with a method and marking that constructor with private.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
tell me, how can I make as a singleton class?
break.
How can I make? How can I
So
make as a singleton class?
so we can make it making the constructor as private and provide a method like get instance which will be handling the creation of a single object for that particular class.
Is it a singleton class?
And that instance variable will be static, and the method also uh, or that get instance method will also be static.
Okay. What is a synchronized keyword?
So synchronized keyword is used in multi-threading. So when we don't want more than one thread to execute a particular set of code, then we can use synchronized. It can be applicable to method as well as a block.
So you worked on multi-threading also.
Yes.
What is the difference between notify and notify all?
So notify will only notify single thread, but notify all will interrupt all the thread in the thread pool.
Could you tell me thread life cycle?
So thread life cycle is so first step is new, then runnable, running, then time waiting, and terminated. So when we create a new thread using thread class or a runnable interface,
What is the runnable?
so runnable is an interface which is used to create a thread. So we should always so in Java we are only allowed to extend one class. So we should always go for runnable interface. And so uh, when we create a thread that that it is called as new thread, and when we call the start method, then it can the thread state is changed to runnable. Then it's still when the thread pool will select the particular thread for execution, then it is called as runnable thread. So a runnable thread can be uh, move back between blocked and waiting and time waiting, um,
So you
depending
said
on
the
the
runnable is the interface, right? How many methods we have in an interface? Runnable interface. How many methods it contains?
only one method, run method. Public that return type is also void.
How can I call the run method when you are in a multi-threading environment? How can you call the run method?
So we need to override that method. So
Okay,
to
that is
start,
fine. We can this is the interface. We can override into the derived or current class. Then how can I call that method?
using lambda expression, we can override that one.
So lambda expression is calling to the run method.
It is providing an implementation for that.
When run method will be called?
Run method will be called by thread scheduler. We should not directly call a run method. We should call start method to start a thread.
Can I start multiple times as a thread?
No,
Why?
like you calling dot start method again and again. You're saying.
Hmm, yeah. T1 dot start, T1 dot start. I want to run multiple threads.
So for that, you have to create a separate thread. So if we can call only once that start method for a thread.
What is the immutable class?
Sorry.
What is the immutable class? How can I make it?
So immutable class is like we cannot change once it is created. So we can create an immutable class by marking the class as final, all the instance variable as private and final, and provide a single instance. Uh, we can that initialization of instance variables are done in constructor, and we will not provide any setters for instance variables. Okay.
What is the final, finally? And what is the difference between final, finally, finalized?
So final keyword can be applicable for class level, instance level, and method level. So final class cannot be subclass. Final variable cannot be reinitialized. Final method cannot be overridden. And finally is a block which is used with try catch block. And finalize is a method which is called by uh, garbage collector to perform cleanup activities. So it is a daemon thread